take a safety class and come back. You come to Western, you take the safety class, you go back, and they ask you, have you taken a safety class? Here is my card.
Certified.
Okay, now.
You gotta go through a certification.
Then,
Because West Tech don't
can you
have-
operate that forklift? No. Okay, you wanna be trained? Yes, get on it. And they tell you how it goes, everything. Then, 2 days later, they come back and they ask you, are you okay with the forklift? Oh yeah, I know how to do it. Then the company certifies you. Make sense, everybody?
Yes.
That's the way it
Yes.
works.
Makes sense.
You get it now?
Oh,
I
yeah.
explained that to you.
Yeah.
Sure. So the employer certifies.
Certified the
Not
operator.
Russia. Not
So
Russia.
I'm the machine operator, so I just work for 3 months, and after I go to the level 1 test, so he's certified.
They certify you right before you start working,
Oh.
because you must be certified. So they give you the training, and now you're level 1. They certify you at level 1. You
Level.
get more experience, more training, and now you want to get more higher level, and then you've shown you can do it, and then certification is given to you by the employer.
Yeah.
Once you show them you can do the job. Make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere the same way for any type of work. Today's training does include general information about the construction, operational capabilities and limitations, and generally accepted safe operational practices. Today's training is based on class 4 and 5 forklift. Is that clear?
What is class 4, 5?
Class 4 or class 5?
Oh,
What is the meaning 4, 5?
Okay, let me show you
Okay.
real quick. The Industrial Truck Association has placed power industrial trucks into 7 classes. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, and Class 4 and 5. So today's training is
Combustion
based
engine
on
trucks.
this and this. Make sense, everybody?
Can you repeat the
Okay.
picture? Of the forklift?
What's the difference between the first one and second one?
The first one, this one, the Class 4 has solid tires.
Solid tires.
And the Class 5 has pneumatic tires. That's it.
Pneumatic tires.
Any questions?
This small tire or big tire?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Maybe solid, maybe pneumatic. Doesn't matter the size. Any questions? So today's training is based on classes 4 and 5. Today's training does not include information specific to your employer's procedures. We don't give that information. We've been talking about different companies, different policies. We don't give information on the specific forklift type, make, and model you may be assigned to operate. That's up to the company. You're going to be trained on class 4 and 5 today, but if the company wants you to operate class 7, all they do is train you. Once you train, they certify you in that specific class. Make sense?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So, today's training does not include information specific on your employer's workplace characteristics and conditions. Upon successful completion of today's training, you will receive proof of forklift safety awareness training. And most employers, if not all, accept this document as satisfaction of the general training requirement. An evaluation of each power industrial truck operator's performance is required after initial training, refresher training, and at least, write it down, renewal is required at least once every 3 years. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Renewal is required at least once every 3 years. Question?
Is this training certificate valid for all the state California? What I mean is if I
If
go
you-
to another county, it's
If you take
valid?
your car to, let's say, Arkansas, And they see California, oh good, so come in. They prefer California's training services than their own state. I know this because many times I get students coming from different states. And they say, oh yeah, whenever I take my card from here, they prefer this one than the local one.
So it's a
Because California's regulations are stricter than federal OSHA. Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions? Pretty good questions. So yeah, they're gonna take it everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. All right, so we'll write this down: a walk around inspection. A walk around inspection must take a walk around inspection. What's wrong with this picture?
It was in.
You should be
Horn.
driving in reverse. Even
Yeah.
though-
There is a pedestrian walking through, and now he's gonna run over him.
Right.
So he's supposed to stop, sound the horn,
Sound the horn and then continue.
and then continue.
Yeah, it's wrong.
And a good idea is to go in reverse.
Can you repeat, so what is the wrong?
Hmm?
What is the wrong for this book?
What's wrong?
Yes,
Yeah, that they're supposed to stop, sound the horn,
okay,
and then move on.
slowly.
Right.
Slow motion.
So he's a blind spot, he do not see the
Right.
forward, right?
You can see who's coming through.
Yeah, the plastics.
That's
that's
basically
right.
innocent.
Angry.
Years, powered industrial
That's
trucks, which
safety.
are also known as forklifts, have become a widespread staple in almost all industries.
It's going forward when it's supposed to go in reverse.
With the growth of material
Like that.
handling equipment,
That's good.
there has been a wide range of equipment, from battery-operated equipment to diesels, gasoline, or propane power, in capacities of less than 2,500 pounds to over 100,000 pounds. Included is a wide variety of equipment, such attachments that can be used to extend forklift capabilities for special uses, lifting, or carrying requirements. The more technology progresses, the more important it is for professional operation of the equipment. In this program, we'll discuss forklifts, which are also called powered industrial trucks. Whenever being used, they require professionals to operate them. The past 20 years has seen a variety of training programs for forklift operators, ranging from get on it and don't have any accidents
That's
to
another
complete
situation.
comprehensive training and performance testing and evaluations. New governmental rules have made training mandatory, and that training must be quite specific. Specific to the equipment you operate and specific to the conditions under which they are operated. No two facilities are alike. Therefore, site-specific training is required. This means anyone required to operate forklifts must be trained and evaluated by knowledgeable and experienced trainers and supervisors. But exactly what does this mean? Anyone required to operate forklifts must be trained in a wide variety of topics, including engineering principles, forklift operating rules, equipment characteristics, environmental hazards, operator maintenance, hazardous locations, surface operating conditions, site-specific operations, potential hazards, and other information. This program cannot cover all aspects of the required training because new government standards require employers to make the training site-specific for your workplace and the potential hazards that may exist in your company or area of operations. Training should include 3 distinct methodologies. First, there's academic or classroom training. This program covers the majority of the required classroom training, but your company amplifies this training by making your training site-specific to your operations. Next, operators trained operate them. The past 20 years has seen a variety of training programs for forklift operators, ranging from get on it and
What's wrong there?
He got a passenger on
That's
his
a-
fork.
that's-
It's a safety hazard.
Yeah, that's
So he has his hands on the wrong place.
hazard
Right.
situation.
The operator decides to raise the forks, and before you know, blood all over the place. Blood, blood. And you look, and a finger over there, a hand over there.
Yeah.
And somebody's gonna have to call 911. And this worker is on his way to the ER, again, an accident. Why?
930.
Why? Because he's in violation
Oh,
of
safety rule,
regulations.
safety policy.
Because he just hang on the
No, that's-
But it's supposed to happen.
That's
Yes.
against the law, and you're putting yourself at high risk.
High risk situation.
And now,
Putting
wow,
someone
not good.
in a high risk situation.
That's why we have this
Yeah.
accident.
Even
You
if they
put
tie you,
yourself
ask
in a
you anything,
position
no.
to be crushed up against something also.
Safety first, safety last.
don't have any
Oh, look at
accidents
that,
to
wow.
complete comprehensive training and performance testing and
Wow.
evaluations. New governmental rules have made training mandatory, and that training must be quite specific.
You hear that?
Specific to the equipment you operate and specific to the conditions under which they are operated. No two facilities are alike. Site-specific training is required. This means anyone required to operate forklifts must be trained and evaluated by knowledgeable and experienced
Salute.
trainers and supervisors.